Hey y'all, it's Shell. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about trims and how your hair should look like this during every trim visit. So when you're getting trims, you want to make sure that when you come in, you only need about a ½ inch cut off. Because if you're coming too frequently and you need an inch cut off every time, then you're not going to be able to retain length. Now, if you come in with a gap like this is breakage. So this is something that I see clients struggle with as well. So I'll be talking about that throughout this video as well, because that is what my client actually had an issue with. Today I'm washing my client's hair with my shampoo and conditioner. That's going to add shine, it's going to add moisture and strengthen her hair so that we are able to add those things back into her hair, because she was dealing with a gap in the back, and that is from breakage, but it's also from air drying her hair and throwing in ponytails and buns. So right now I'm showing you guys how I'm adding that moisture back into her hair. And what I like to do is grab my conditioner. My packaging is updated and I did rebrand, so it does look a little different. But right now I'm adding that moisture back into her hair by just separating it and literally trying to get every strand. This is how I do my deep conditions, because it really does make a difference when you really maneuver the conditioner throughout the hair. Now, if you go to the salon, your very first visit, you have a lot of split ends that has split up the hair shaft and you don't want to do a big chop, then every visit, you probably should go every 6 to 8 weeks to start trimming off those dead ends that have split up and cut off a little bit at a time. Now, when you come, your end should still be like a blunt cut. If you have gaps, then that is breakage. So sometimes you can have split ends and breakage, or you can just have breakage, and that's where those gaps come into play. So if you do have those gaps, then you have to reevaluate your at-home routine, see what you can switch up. For my client, her gap was because, like I said, she was air drying and throwing it in buns. So high tension hairstyles and leaving your hair wet will create breakage within the ends of your hair. So what you will want to do is diffuse the hair, or you can blow dry it, or you can like do a braid out or twist out on wet hair and then just blow dry it in the braids and the twist until it's dry. Now we are going to get into the trim, so hopefully you guys can see what area I'm talking about. I already showed my client what area I'm talking about, and we are going to just give her a good trim. I don't like to cut off a lot of my clients' hair, honestly, because if they're already struggling with their at-home routine, them having short hair is going to make things worse, like mentally. So I try to just educate them, trim off a little bit, educate them, and then continuously do that for every visit. So I'm going to take a decent amount off, and then it's going to make the gap look a little fuller, not all the way, but to a decent amount. And to me, this is an easy fix. That's another reason why I don't like to cut a lot of my clients' hair, because I know that this gap will fill in within 2 to 3 visits, as long as she's taking the advice and keeping up with her at-home routine. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I first did the trim, when I first showed you, as you guys can see, her ends didn't look terrible. She just has a gap. And if you guys are struggling with the same thing she is, you can always check out my previous video. I go a little bit more in detail about air drying and whether you should style your hair based off a blow dry first or do a wash and go. So check that video out, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.